welcome back everyone. Joe Davis, and I am having a first-class day. I'm at Utah Warbird Adventures with Barry Hancock. Hello, sir.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, I couldn't be better. Why? Because the wind is right down the runway, the sky is blue with some clouds, and we're going flying.
Yeah, happy to have you guys here. We'll have a lot of fun today.
I can hardly wait because right behind me is a beautiful T6 Texan, and I love this aircraft. It's so iconic.
Yeah, it is. It was the premier trainer of World War II. So all the pilots who went on to fly fighters flew this airplane. It was the last plane that they had somebody in the back seat before they went off to, learn how to fly the fighters and eventually fight in the war. This plane there's over 15,000 of them built. It's widely regarded as one of the top 5 aircraft of all time.
Well, tell me about Utah Warbird Adventures. This place is unbelievable. You've got some great aircraft that we're going to talk about, but an incredible facility.
Thank you. We just decided a couple of years ago that to be able to share the experience with people, it's a bucket list item for a lot of folks, and to be able to share the history and my passion in keeping and honoring the veterans, keeping their history alive is a big part of what we do. And I just love sharing the experience with people.
Well, let's talk a little bit about where you acquired this particular aircraft from. What is the history of this one?
So this one was built in 1951, and it spent 20 plus years in the Spanish Air Force training pilots.
Wow.
In the 80s, a guy bought a bunch of them, brought them back over here, and I think this was the 3rd or 4th one that he sold. I'm the 3rd civilian owner of it, and it was previously in West Virginia, and now I fly air shows with this, so it's on display around the Mountain West as well as doing rides here, and we do training in it as well.
Wow. Well, I imagine you can't get enough time in it.
No, people ask me all the time, what's your favorite aircraft? And I say the one that I'm flying at the time.
That's right. Well, let's talk about some of the others, because you've got a twin Beech here that I got to say is just beautiful. I want to take this thing down to Key West.
Yeah, it's a fantastic airplane. It was the premier executive transport of the day. In World War II, as a matter of fact, it was not this particular airplane, but the type, the Beech 18, was used as a cargo plane, it was used as a navigation trainer, it was used as a bomber trainer, it was used as an executive transport. President Eisenhower, flew in this type of plane. It's been around a super long time. It's still used up in Alaska a lot as a cargo airplane. This particular airplane was the presidential transport for the President of Mexico in the early 1960s. And it's been completely restored. It's basically a new airplane now. It went through a 20-year restoration, and it's roomy, it's stable, it has great windows in it, so you can get a nice view when we're out here flying around these gorgeous mountains, and it's a great way to see the valley for sure.
Yeah, this was a father-son restoration project, right?
Yeah, it was. The father and son, they bought the airplane, they flew it around for a little bit, and they said, we want to make an Oshkosh winner out of that. And Oshkosh is the premier air show in the world, and they have judging there. And so they completely took the airplane, every last nut and bolt came out of the airplane, and they started over and rebuilt it from all new parts.
Well, you need to take this one down there yourself, Barry, because I bet it would win.
Well, we still got a few things to fine-tune on it. The judges are pretty picky, but we're, maybe one day we'll do that.
All right, and then we've got a pits inside the hangar. And of course, this particular aircraft capable of just about any aerobatic maneuver that you can cope with.
Yeah, that's right. It's an unlimited aerobatic plane. It is the culmination of 50 years of design by Curtis Pitts, and it's a fantastic airplane. It's super fun. People say, well, if I ride in that, I'm going to throw up. Well, we try and avoid that, but it does some amazing things. I mean, we can go pure straight vertical. We can go, straight up and down. We can go completely inverted, which you can't do in the T6. We can do, loops and rolls and normal aerobatics and that's a lot of fun. But this plane is so incredibly capable.
Incredible thrust to weight ratios.
Yeah.
Inverted tanks.
That's right. It's got inverted systems on it, and it's the little airplanes that you see at air shows doing all the crazy stuff in the sky. That's the pits.
Let's go do a shoulder roll in it. Can we do that?
Absolutely.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
All right, and then we've got a super decathlon too. Is that right?
That's right. The Super Decathlon is our basic primary trainer. We also have rides available in that as well. The great thing about that is it's got the high wing, so visibility down is fantastic. It's a great way to see the valley again, and it's also aerobatically capable as well. So people that are just it's the entry level, so it's a cheaper way to do it and still have all the thrills of the more expensive and better performing airplanes.
With this type of a fleet, you really do have a lot of variety here.
That's right.
And that gives you a lot of variety of the things that you can do for folks. So not only do we do obviously adventure rides here, but also there's the opportunity to just go out and really get some great sightseeing in.
That's right.
Training that we can talk about. So let's start with the adventure part. Should we do that?
Sure. So the adventure rides is any of these aircraft we can take you out for an introductory flight. We can put the parachutes on. We're a Part 61 flight school, so that we can legally take you out and do an introductory flight in the airplane, do aerobatics, do anything you want.
That means you get stick time, is what that means.
You get stick time, right? We've got professional pilots that fly with you, and you can fly as little or as much as you want.
Wow, that's always fun for somebody, especially when they haven't done it at first, right? They're like, whoa, wait a minute, I'm get to fly this? Yeah, you sure do.
Right, that's the adventure part of it for sure. Yeah.
Wow. We're definitely going to come back to talking a little more about adventure flying in a minute, but let's talk about some of the great sightseeing that we have here.
Yeah, I mean, the iconic Timpanogos Mountain is in the background here. It's just sitting here in the hangar. I mean, it's very picturesque, and to be able to go up in the air and fly over Park City and all the resorts, Alta and Snowbird, and fly by the tram, and then circle around the top of Timpanogos and wave at the hikers, and it's just a really unique perspective that you don't really get anywhere else in the world.
Especially with those great big windows of that beach. Boy, there's a lot of good places for people to view it. So you can take several people and have a great time.
Yeah, we can take up to 6 passengers in the beach, and it works out to be a great value. It's less than $100 a person to do that for a 20-minute ride, and it is a wonderful experience. It's a throwback to the golden age of aviation, and you get to ride in style like they did, like the executives did in the 50s and 60s.
So talk to me about the adventure ride. What can I get out of that? What are some of the experiences that I'm going to have? Because we've got several aircraft to choose from to do that.
Yeah. So I mean, it's basically, we tell people it's as mild or as wild as you want to get. In the Super Decathlon or any of these aircraft, right? We can go around and we can fly straight and level. Pick whatever aircraft you want to. It floats your boat. Let's fly in that one, and we can go for a scenic ride. But on the adventure side of it, starts in the Super Decathlon, goes to the T6, and then ends up in the unlimited biplane in the pits.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So some loops, some barrel rolls.
Yep. Hammerheads, vertical, inverted flight, knife edge flight, tumbles, you name it, we do it.
I can hardly wait. All right. So now the other part of this too is that we've got to remember that this is really a family opportunity too. You can bring your whole family up here, and there's something for everybody to get involved in and have that real feel for aviation. Yeah,
I've got 6 kids at home, so we are accustomed to having family out here, and it's a family-run business, and there's stuff to do. It's a great location to just hang out while other people are flying. We can put 6 people on the beach and take them all flying at once. We have the capability of flying multiple airplanes at the same time. We need a little bit of advanced scheduling to do that, but there's all kinds of ways that we can entertain folks while they're waiting on the ground and having a good time here.
Also, a great idea for corporations. Boy, what a great way to get people to be excited about going to a meeting.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. I mean, you guys will see the scenery around here. We've got a fantastic hangar. It's clean, it's nice. We've got these great airplanes. It's a great venue to get people out of the office, come out and host an event, whether it's a business meeting or it's a dance at night. We've got great lighting in the hangar, and make it a really memorable experience for people and their employees.
That's what I call a corporate retreat right there.
That's right.
All right, so how do people do this? What do they need to do to come out and have their own Warbird adventure?
So contact us on our website. It's utahwarbirdadventures.com. You can also book the flights online there, and we get an email and get in contact with you that way, but it's all taken care of. So when you show up, there's no paperwork to fill out. We just brief you on the flight and we go fly.
Also a real good idea if you've got friends coming into town, this would be a heck of a way to show them a really good time in such a beautiful place as Utah, flying in a great aircraft. I don't think there's anything more you could do that would be any better.
We like what we do, indeed.
I bet you do. Well, thank you so much. Looking forward to going flying. Let's go do that right now.